Hello and welcome to In the Lab. You have joined us for our second part of looking at electricity, specifically electric circuits. Here's my guest presenter for the second time.
Hi, I'm Bradley and I'm from Normandy.
Fantastic. So without further ado, let's get on and have a look at our circuits. So we are now going to look at the diode. Here is a diode. Now it's called di because it only allows electricity to flow through it in one direction, but it could flow through it in two. So electricity will only flow in one direction. Direct current only goes in one direction. So we have to work out what direction it's flowing in. So if I plug it in, do you think it's going to light up or not?
Yes.
You think yes?
But
It does. It does. But if we turn the diode the other way around, if we put it upside down and we have a look at this, it does not allow electricity to flow. So we know that electricity is flowing this direction around the circuit. It's flowing like this because it's able to flow. This shows you that if it tries to flow that way, it would hit a wall, it wouldn't get through, it wouldn't allow the flow. So electricity is flowing this way, totally okay. We'll show you that again. We'll turn it upside down, which means it's trying to flow the way that is restricted. And the resistance must be so high in that direction. For some reason inside there, must be so high it's not letting it flow. So that's what a diode does. Shall we have a look at one more thing?
yeah.
We've got more than one thing. Let's have a look at a red LED. Helpful helper. Thank you very much. Do you know what an LED stands for?
Light.
Oh, it's good. Yeah, light. Tricky.
Efficiency.
Good try, but it's not. It's light emitting diode. There's that word again. Look, there's that symbol again of electricity flowing in that direction and hitting a wall, but it's able to flow the other way.
Yeah, so it's been able to go to that way and that way, but sure.
Well, it can only flow one. Remember, it can only flow in one direction. So it's a light emitting diode. That means that it only allows one flow, one direction of flow, and it emits light as well. That's all it means. So it's a diode that emits light, to say it backwards. That means if it's a diode, what can we do to stop the flow? What could we do, Bradley? Remember what we did with the other diode?
Oh yeah,
When you have a go. That's it. If we turn it upside down and it's a diode, logically, we should get no light. And that's what happened. Let's have a look at another thing, and these are things that you can have a go with in your lessons. I'm going to have a go at a motor. I like this one, it's nice and simple. What's going to happen when I plug it in?
It's going to spin the windmill.
It's going to spin the motor, and what else is going to happen in our circuit?
The light's going to stay on.
The light's going to go on. Let's see if you are right. Well, the motor is turning, but
The battery isn't.
The bulb is not working. Now, why is that?
Oh, because all the power's getting put onto the motor instead of the light.
Almost. It will share, because if you've got two things in series next to each other, it will share the voltage. But there's enough voltage to make this work, but there isn't enough voltage to also light the bulb. So there is flow through it, there'd have to be, for it to work, but not enough to make the light bulb emit light. Now let's try something else. What if we replaced the motor with a bulb? We had two bulbs.
Then they'll both light up.
They'll both light up. Remember, when we had a motor, it did spin and this one wasn't on.
I know, but in my lesson, we put 2 and 2 together and they both turned on.
Well, let's see if you're right. Let's see if that was correct. And it is. That means that when they share the voltage, there is enough voltage for both of them to light up.
And if they're the same thing, they'll stay both on.
Now, you have said to me earlier that if we had two motors, both motors would spin because they're the same type of component. Should we find out if you're right on that?
Yeah.
Let's have a look at that. So we're going to take out those and we're going to put 2 motors in. And sometimes in lessons you'll get a chance to play around with the circuits. An experiment like this, ask questions. What if we plug in 2 components that are the same? That's it. Oh, nearly. We'll put that one in there and that one in there. You've got it, you've got it. Let's have a look at what happens. They are both spinning. So they are sharing the voltage. You're absolutely right. They're able to share it. And in the previous one, the motor was using it and not leaving enough for the bulb. Okay, let's have a look at what we can do to make that bulb brighter. We could add in 3 more batteries. How many volts would that be, Bradley?
I don't want to do the maths.
Oh, do the maths. We've got 9.
Yeah.
Have you got to 9?
Because 4.5 plus 4.5 would be 9.
Absolutely right. Or you could do 1.5 times by 6. You're absolutely right there. So if we plug it in, we would expect, with double the voltage, we would expect what to happen to the brightness?
At least to be well brighter.
Well brighter, possibly.
Yeah.
Double the voltage, double the brightness. And that's pretty much what we have got. It's very bright now. And if I unplug 3 of them and put it straight into there, it's gone back to half brightness again.
Yeah.
So you can see that if we've got higher voltage, we've got a bigger potential difference, we have got brighter. Now then, let's add in another component. We've got more things for you to play with in lessons, like a buzzer. What's going to happen if we plug this in, Bradley?
It's going to be like buzzing and
It's
kind
going
of
to be
annoying.
It's going to be buzzing and kind of annoying. He's absolutely right. That.
Well, hold up.
Yes.
Let me grab something.
He's going to grab something. We've got a buzzer. That's because electricity is flowing through the buzzer as well as the light bulb. Does the light light up? No, because all of the voltage is being used for this. There's not enough left for the light bulb. What would you like to add in?
I would like to add in this variable resistor.
Excellent. Let's put that in the middle. That was our next component anyway. So we will put in a variable resistor. We'll do it without the buzzer for a minute, if that's all right.
Yeah.
We'll put in the variable resistor. Now, we said a resistor is something that resists the flow. It stops the flow, or it reduces the flow. So if I put this in, it's turned right down to the bottom. So the light is able to get enough voltage to light it up. Would you like to do the honours and very slowly turn up the resistance? Oh, that was too fast. Let's do it really slow. Even slower. Really slow. Look at that. It only takes a little bit more resistance for the light to completely go out. Now I'll see if I can have a go super duper slowly. Watch and imagine a dimmer switch in your house. Well, there we
like
go.
A soundboard.
Yeah, now this is very sensitive, but you will have dimmer switches, and this is how they work. When you turn them up, you increase the resistance, and the light goes out very gradually like that. You can see a slight difference in.
What would happen if you put that into the buzzer?
Well, I know that's what you wanted to try, so let's have a go at doing that. Let's put in, first of all, the buzzer, and then we will put in our variable resistor. So, it's on the bottom.
Wait.
That means that 0 at the moment.
Yeah.
We're going to take out the light bulb, I like it, and we'll just go straight for, you can do it. Increase that resistance, see what happens. Oh, yes. Now it's so sensitive that it goes from completely on to completely off. If we were able to have it more sensitive, then we could turn it all the way around and we'd hear it gradually going down. But it's not quite sensitive enough. Just takes a tiny touch and boop, it goes off.
What if we added 6 batteries? Would that make it any better or not?
Oh, I'm not sure about that. Should we give it a go? Okay, we're going to add in some batteries now. 3 more batteries. Of course, nothing's happening yet because the resistance is turned up. We turn down the resistance. Oh, it's a louder buzzer and it still turns off to the same degree. Now, we have got a few more things to show you. And the very last, in fact, it's just one more thing to show you today. We're going to put a 2-way switch in. What does a 2-way switch do? Well, we're going to get our light bulb back for this. and I'm going to show you exactly what it does. We've got 6 batteries in our circuit. Of course, the light is super bright now. If we put in our 2-way switch, it works similar to how a 1-way switch works. So if I put that there, and I take one cable, and I plug this in, and I turn the switch so it's pointing at the top one, you can see that there is a complete circuit that way. So it's just like a switch, basically, but there is another path that the current can take. So what I might do is this. If I were to plug in a light bulb along this circuit, this light bulb, can we see that we have got one circuit that goes round the batteries through the top and it's lit? Even though there's a complete circuit and it goes around the bottom, this one's not lit because the switch is not allowing current to flow. So you do the honours. You've got it. We have switched which circuit we are using. So a 2-way switch allows you to have 2 different things. It's not just on or off, it's 2 ons. There are 2 different circuits. And that's useful because you might have a game show and you might have 2 lights and you only want the correct or the incorrect light to go on at once. So you could flip the switch and it says incorrect, or it lights up behind the correct sign. So you can do all sorts of fancy things with 2-way switches. So we have looked at loads of different components. I'm just going to put them out in front of you to show you again. Here are all of the different components that we have looked at today. A fantastic number of things, and a diode as well. Look at this. Oh no, 2 diodes. We're just overflowing with components. Look forward to your lessons on circuits because you can have a play and you can see what they do. And now you already know the answer. So thank you very much for watching in the lab. Bye for now.
Like and subscribe. Come on, have you got guts? Because I haven't.
Like and subscribe.